Good morning students and welcome to your English class. Today we are going to discuss notice writing. Now what is a notice? A notice is a formal means of communication. A notice is a formal piece of writing. The purpose of a notice is to announce or to display information to a specific group of people. The purpose of writing a notice is to display a certain piece of information to a target group of people, let's say for example students, or let's say for example a notice board in a certain company. They are generally meant to be pinned up on specific display boards either in schools or educational institutions or in public areas. Now you can see in the picture that there is a notice board where there are lots of notices on display. Now let us discuss the format of a notice. First and the most foremost thing that you need to note is the notice must be enclosed in a proper box. First and the most foremost thing which you write is the name of the issuing authority, the city, and then you write the word notice. All three of these things must be written in capitals, as you can see that I have written over here. Now name of the issuing authority is, let's say for example your school decides to issue a notice on a particular issue and you will write GEMS Cambridge International School over here. After you write notice, you will write the date on which the notice was issued. After writing the date, you will write the heading. The heading should be in capitals and it should be such that after reading the heading, you would understand what the body of the notice is about, what the content of the notice is all about. After writing the heading, you will leave one line and start writing the notice from the left hand corner of the page. The body of the notice must be up to like 50 words. After you finish writing the notice, you will leave one line and then comes the signature of the person who has issued the notice, the name of the person who has issued the notice. It should not be in capitals. The name of the person is not supposed to be in capitals. Only the first letter of the name should be in capital. And then comes the designation of the person who has issued the notice. Let's say for example your principal issues the notice, so we will write principal over here in designation. Now let's discuss certain key points to remember while writing a notice. The purpose of issuing the notice must be clear. It must inform clearly where and when the event will take place. It must clearly mention for whom the notice is intended. The issuing authority who should be contacted must be mentioned properly. The content of the notice must be crisp and to the point. Write short sentences so that there are no grammatical errors in the sentence. The notice must be enclosed in a box. The word limit of a notice is generally up to 50 words. The notice must be written in indirect speech or passive voice. Now you must have learned indirect speech and passive voice in your previous classes. The notice must always be written in indirect speech or in passive voice. We must not use personal pronouns like I or we because the notice is a general piece of writing that addresses a specific group of people. Also because the notice is not personal, it is impersonal and it is a formal piece of writing. Now let's see an example of a notice. Now I have given you an example of a notice. This is how you will get the question and this is the content on which you need to write the notice. Your school, GEMS Cambridge International, has decided to conduct an online activity on 12th April 2021 on the occasion of Baisakhi. Imagine you are the principal of the school and you have to draft a notice to inform the students about the activity to be conducted and tell them to submit a video of themselves reciting a traditional poem on Baisakhi while wearing traditional Punjabi clothes to their HRTs by 12th April 2021. Now, your school, GEMS Cambridge International, has decided to conduct an online activity on so and so date on the occasion of Baisakhi. Now you are the principal and you have to prepare a notice to inform the students about the activity which is to be conducted online, and you have to tell them to submit a video in which they are supposed to recite a poem on Baisakhi, a traditional poem on Baisakhi, while wearing traditional Punjabi clothes, and they are supposed to send that video to their HRTs by the 12th of April 2021. Now let's see the answer to this. Now first and foremost, you should see that the notice that I have prepared for you is enclosed in a box as I told you in the format. Now the name of the issuing authority is GEMS Cambridge International School, because your school has issued the notice. The city is Batala, and then you write the word notice, and all three of these, as you can see, is in capitals. After that, you will write the date on which the notice was issued. In this case it is 10th April 2021. Then this is the heading. The heading is Activity on Baisakhi. Now after reading this, you will understand what the content of the notice is about. The purpose of the notice is an activity on Baisakhi. Now, dear students, on this blissful occasion of Baisakhi, we have decided to engage you all in a fun-loving activity which will help you learn more about our Punjabi culture. You have to make a video of yourselves reciting a traditional poem on Baisakhi while wearing traditional Punjabi clothes. This video needs to be sent to your respective HRTs by the 12th of April 2021 positively. Now, as you can see, the content of the notice is very crisp, it's to the point, it only covers the content, the things that need to be conveyed to the students. It is not personal, it is not supposed to be personal, it is very, very formal. And then, after you finish writing the notice, as you can see that the name of the principal was not mentioned in the question, in the piece which where you have seen the content. So you can just write the name of the principal. If they mention the name of the principal, you'll write the name of the person, and then over here comes the signature, and then after you finish it, you will write the designation over here, which is principal, because your principal has issued the notice, so the designation is principal. Now this concludes my video. Thank you for watching.